and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
What we got?
Henry running right. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Complete, it's Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. The point after try for Gostkowski. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Jaguars, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
4-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fitzgerald. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It'll be a gain of 11, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
Jaguar first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Jaguars, nothing.
They'll run on first down. Thompson. And he'll rumble for about 5. Up close to the 40.
He's
working with 2nd and 5 now.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Hand off to Thompson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. Well, you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On the return, Jackson. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Titan football.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now on 2nd and 13. Tannehill. It's caught by Davis. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. He completes it to Henry. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
Westbrook now on the return. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. From the gun, Fitzgerald. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
They'll try the right side with Henry. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Here's Tannehill. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So he got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. A pass there, complete to Westbrook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
By number 34.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well. Yeah, they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Throwing after the interception. Fitzgerald. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson.
Fitzgerald.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On first down, Fitzgerald. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
First down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Tackle made.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts,
7-yard
as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. From the 44, Fitzgerald flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, Fitzgerald. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
A first down carry for Henry. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
27.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. Operating from the gun, Fitzgerald, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jack Crawford, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. To try again after the sack, Fitzgerald, and that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They give it here to Thompson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Here's Humphreys. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put... He's got a man, complete, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He got 29 yards that time.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Just like that. Just like that. 6 guys.
2nd and 10. Tannehill once more. Got a man. It's Brown. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
3rd and 8.
So they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Tannehill throwing again. He's going deep for Brown. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. So they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And out across midfield down to the 45.
Complete to
a good pickup there, 26 yards.
26 yards.
Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Fitzgerald. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
D.D. Westbrook.
Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
First down, Jacksonville.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Touchdown,
D.D. Westbrook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit.
Josh
Lambo now for the point after. He's got it, and it's a 27-10 score now.
Makes the score Titans 27, Jaguars 10. Josh Lambo to kick off 4.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
At the 44-yard line.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Derrick Henry on the
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
42-yard
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down.
Number 53, Mike 53. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Again, it's Henry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
To throw from his end zone. Fitzgerald got his man. It's Eifert. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
2 yards on the pickup.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. From the gun, Fitzgerald, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Jaguars on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Fitzgerald looking long for Westbrook. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Fitzgerald.
And he takes it all the way up to the 45-yard line.
41-yard gain. And
so that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. From the gun, Fitzgerald. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 5 yards remain on 2nd down.
2nd and 5.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
He's got Thompson here, complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the play and a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Fitzgerald. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. DJ Chark, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10. To throw again, Fitzgerald. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. A gain of 3, second down.
A 3-yard pickup.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
To kick off 4.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Titans take over 1st and 10. At their own
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Tannehill. Flush to his right. Complete. Smith has it. Oh, some strong running. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Number 53, Mike 53.
Tannehill. Completes it to Davis. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to Corey Davis. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
2nd and 8.
53, check 53. They were pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet. Mike 53.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. This is about what you'd expect. Defense selling out to stop the run. Pretty good on 1st and 2nd down.
Yeah, you're no longer really worried about making sure you're holding up the offensive lineman as a defensive lineman. Now you're just talking about getting in gaps. You're trying to get upfield, penetrate, and make a play on the football, especially, you know, before the running back really gets control of it. That's what you're doing. You're also bringing the linebackers in to jam the line of scrimmage, and a safety or two is going to be there as well.
The open man is Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big pickup of 38.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
13-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get your reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape the win. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Get ready. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Now it's Tannehill. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. It's the fullback. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
The score, Titans 34, Jaguars 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
From the gun, Fitzgerald. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Tannehill on the keeper.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Check safety.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down.
Mike, 53. Mike. Watch the pass. Check. 53 Mike. Check. 53 Mike. Watch the pass.
They snap it to Tannehill. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy.
Today's final score, Titans.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, Stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Tennessee, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll fall to 1-1. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami.